Hello, Facebook friend. Dave Wallace here from Bittersweet Herb Farm with another episode of our on-the-fly quick cuisine. With Bittersweet Herb Farm, you can have the confidence to cook easy, delicious, and healthy meals that your whole family will love. So let's see, where am I going to start today? I think I'll put got a nice new little wok here that a friend of mine bought for me. Let's see how that works today. We're going to put a little butter in here. I'm going to make a plant-based, gluten-free stuffing today. So one of the themes that kind of runs along with all of our episodes is that, especially during the holidays when that vegan in your family or a vegan friend comes over for dinner, you will be prepared. All right, so I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And today, now usually I use the Miyoko's butter, which I really like a lot. Today I'm using, that's funny hot. Today I'm using Wayfair, which I also really like. It's sometimes it's hard to find, but it's a whole lot less expensive than the Miyoko's. And it's made, the main ingredient in there is butter beans, whereas with the Miyoko's, the main ingredient is cashews. All right, so we're going to let that melt a little bit, and then I have a mirepoix here, which is carrots, celery, and onions. Now I'm going to chop it up a little bit in my Ninja processor here. There's about, I would say, a quarter cup each of the carrots, the celery, and the onions. And I actually like to start a lot of soups with this. This makes a nice base for depending on what you're making. And in this case, we're going to be making some stuffing. All right, let's see how that looks. And that looks pretty well chopped. So I'm just going to throw it in with the butter, and we're going to let it saute for a couple of minutes. Basically until the onions become translucent. So we'll let that saute for a couple minutes, and while that is sauteing, I want to let you know about a special. Oh yes, cheese. You know, every time I do a cooking show, I have to be thankful that I have my angel behind the camera to remind me of the things I forget, because it seems like I'm always forgetting something. So, the main Bittersweet Herb Farm product, but somehow I always seem to forget. We're going to put some savory herb in here, which is going to make it taste just like your regular stuffing. I also use this, so about a tablespoon, about a tablespoon of the savory herb. I think that's about right. We've used this in the past when we've made the vegan breakfast sausages, which I find delightful. So again, we're just letting this saute up for a minute or two till the onions are translucent. And while we're waiting for that, I want to tell you about a special we have coming up this weekend. So in advance of Cyber Monday, Black Friday, when everybody's going to be looking for deals, we are having a little bit of a special in advance. So what we are offering is all of our gift sets, all of our collections. Anything else? Yeah. So basically everything that would make a nice gift for the holidays will be 20% off. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it ends at 6 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning. So check out our website. You will get, once you place your order, you'll get the discount as you check out. All right, well, this is looking like it's just about there. I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm adding, this is a gluten-free bread that I find at my local health food store, the local co-op. So again, if you have someone who's coming who's gluten intolerant, this is actually pretty good bread, and people really enjoy it. So that's a couple of cups, I would say, of the bread, and I'm just going to let it saute again for a minute or two. Mix that mirepoix with the savory herb in there, get everything nicely coated as best I can. Now this wok, I love this wok. It's just a little bit small for what I'm trying to do here. But the other one I have is gigantic, so I'm grateful to have this one.
You've let the bread get stale overnight?
Oh yeah, well let's talk about the bread for a second. So what I did was I went to my local co-op, I bought the loaf of bread, I took it out, and I left it overnight so it got nice and stale. And then I made a zesty garlic butter. So, about a tablespoon of butter and 4 tablespoons maybe, 4 tablespoons of butter and about a tablespoon of the zesty garlic. Let the butter melt, let the zesty garlic rehydrate, and then I just basted the whole pieces of bread, threw them in the oven for 15 minutes or so, and then took them out and chopped them up into nice sized chunks here. So this is looking pretty well mixed up here. And now I'm going to add, normally I make my own broth from vegetable cubes, but again, the store was out of them this time. So I'm using here the specific vegetable broth, organic vegetable broth. This is what my daughter uses all the time. I don't think it's as economical as the little vegetable cubes that I get, because basically you're paying for a lot of water here. But it is very flavorful and very convenient to use. So I've got about a cup here of the broth. I'm just going to gently spread that over all the breadcrumbs, mix it up again, and now it's ready to go in the oven again. 350 for about 20 minutes is what we're doing here. So I'm just going to put it in a baking dish. And I didn't forget anything else, did I?
No.
Okay. Now, good enough. Yeah, it just barely fits in there. And I think I can turn this off now. Throw that in the oven for about 20 minutes. And I have another batch that I made this morning in there. It's got another, let me just check it, make sure it's not getting overdone. No, it looks like it could go. Looks like it could go another 5 minutes. Okay, so in the meantime, I use the savory herb to make the stuffing. Another great use for the savory herb, and get rid of some of this stuff here, is you can make a spread, like a holiday spread with it, or a dip with it, which is how we normally serve it at craft shows, when we do craft shows. So what I have here is a half a cup of cream cheese, and Bio Life, which I talk about a lot, is the cream cheese that we're using, and man, it is very close to dairy cream cheese. And then the mayonnaise that I'm using, oh gosh.
Veganese.
Oh, thank you. Veganese. And Veganese, again, it's a plant-based mayonnaise, so the only thing that's not in there that you would find in Hellmann's are eggs. And again, it tastes remarkably like, nothing's as good as Hellmann's in my opinion, but it's remarkably like Hellmann's mayonnaise. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to throw in a tablespoon. So when you buy a packet of our seasonings, which I don't know if you can see any of, oh here I have one right here. Our packets come like this. This has 4 tablespoons in it, so it'll make 4 cups or a quart of dip. All salt and sugar free, no preservatives, no artificial flavors, great for cooking as well as making dips. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon of the savory herb, and then I'm going to get that all mixed together. And I've got 3 minutes to do it in. Now normally, we let this sit for a while so that the spices all rehydrate and you get the full flavor from the spices. And I don't think today I'm even going to taste this because you're looking incredulous that I'm not going to try it. Oh, yes, I am going to try it. But to be honest with you, over 47 years, I have eaten a lot of savory herb spread. So, but this will be a little bit different because it is all plant-based. So, was there supposed to be room on here for me to put a little?
No, you can take one off.
Okay, so I'm actually just going to put a little dollop on here. And again, it's not going to be quite as good as it would be if it had set for, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour or so. But I'm really curious as to how it's going to taste with the plant-based mayonnaise and cream cheese. Let's just see if that's a good flavor. Wow. So, we've talked about using plant-based cream cheese and mayonnaise at the shows, but we were afraid that it would throw people off, that it wouldn't be as good tasting. That is pretty phenomenal. So I think we've kind of hit on something here with the VO Life, cream cheese, and the Vegenaise mayonnaise. All right. Wow. You know what? I got to try one more of those. That's pretty good. All right. So I got 1 minute left here. I'm going to take it out, and we'll see how we did with this. This is what I'm supposed to use, right? Okay. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this morning, and there's a lot of moving parts. So I'm trying to get. Oh man, that smells good! Holy moly! Okay. Doesn't want to come out. Yeah, I used up all my utensils. Grab something else here. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, it smells good.
Hold it up so we can see. Perfect.
Yeah, what do you think?
Looks
Is that good?
Looks good.
It maybe could have gone a couple more minutes, but I'm going to try it anyhow. I'm going to get one of the crispy parts here. Oh yeah. Now, if you watched any of my videos before, you'll know that first thing I'm going to say is needs a little bit of salt. And that's because all of our seasonings are all salt and sugar free. Again, no preservatives, no artificial flavors. But if you are on a low salt, no salt diet, these seasonings are perfect for your cooking. And it actually is very, very flavorful. I love my salt. So let's see, have I covered pretty much everything?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. Oh, we said this last week, but we are only doing one video a week now. So there will be no video on Friday. So we'll see you again next Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.